It's Wednesday. It's Studio 12. It's Tori Vidales time.
What's up?
So that's all you got?
Is this the highlight? Is this the highlight of your week every week?
It is. It really is.
It's not playing softball. It's not getting on TV. It's coming here on Studio 12.
Studio 12. I wake up and I'm like, yes, today's Tuesday.
I think
you need more going on.
Yeah.
You need to set the bar higher.
Erica's laughing at you right now.
She needs a little bit more. Like
Once I get a
bar.
theme
Can you
song.
motivate her, Erica? I mean, she's setting her goals
I can
pretty low.
encourage. Her.
Hashtag.
I can hashtag encourage.
All right.
We could do it. Erica Russell, Tori Vidales with us here on Studio 12, the Wednesday edition. Matt and Will with you here from the south end zone of Kyle Field. The Aggies with a huge series this weekend as number 4 Alabama comes to town for 3-game set. Guys, let's first just get it out of the way. The weekend series at Tennessee, obviously disappointing, a sweep at the hands of the Vols. Maybe, Tori, more disappointing the way they went down, the way the games went down. You almost dug too big a holes to climb out of, and then at that point, you make some late rallies late in the 2 bookend games, but you just had too far to climb.
Yeah, I think being able to score 6 runs or however many runs we scored in those last 2 innings, both games, it just shows like kind of that we didn't really make adjustments when we needed to, and I think that kind of shows the youth on the team not being able to adjust, not knowing what's coming next from the other team, and just not really being fully zoned into the game. And I think being able to make those adjustments early is usually when we're most successful, and I feel like that's what we didn't do very well. I mean, you score 6 runs in the last 2 innings. You could have scored some in the middle innings there, but we just didn't put some hits together. And I think if we would have put hits together, we would have been fine. But our defense didn't do bad. It was just kind of like everything didn't go our way. So you have those games someday. So we're hoping to bounce back this weekend.
We're gonna bounce back this weekend.
I like the
They just better be ready.
I like that.
Better be ready.
Well, Erica, is that part of being in the SEC? You have to have a short memory. Sometimes it's going to go rough in this league.
Yeah, the best part of like playing softball is like being able to just realize, hey, we play a game of failure, and sometimes you're gonna fail, but guess what? We got to get back and get on it, and we're gonna just do what we can to bring the best game that we can.
Mm-hmm.
And like Tori said, we need to make adjustments quicker than the last innings. We need to make it in the first and second inning after we've gone through our lineup. We've seen her once. The second time should be like, hey, we got it.
Mm-hmm.
Third time, you should be hitting home runs and base hits and all this other kind of stuff.
All
like,
9.
what's up? What's
you go.
up?
There you go.
Erica, what do you think, or maybe it's still too early to know, with your 2 road series with Georgia and Tennessee not going y'all's way, have you guys learned anything about yourselves, maybe learned a little bit more about the makeup of the team, or is it too close to those series have just happened? Or I don't know if I'm making sense of my question here, but how much can you take out of those 2 series maybe to make you guys a better team going forward?
From the 2 series, it's just more so that we need to stick together as a team instead of being individual. Like Coach Glasgow always tells us, do it for the other person on the team, not for yourself, because if you're playing for someone else, it's a lot easier to do something. And I feel like if we bring energy within all the innings instead of just the first and then the last when it's down to like the nitty-grids, like I feel like it would be a lot better and a lot easier to come through with everything that we need to. And we just need to bring so much energy like we do when we're at home. Like we need to play every game at like we're at home to where it's just like, wow, like we can kick people's butts like no other.
And Tori, there's no midweek game after Tennessee. Are you that much more anxious to get back on the field this weekend at home against Alabama, coming off the difficulty of Knoxville?
I think we're always a little bit anxious to get back on the field after a loss and a win. I mean, we're always ready to get back out there and see what we can do. But being able to come out with Alabama at home, it's much easier to play at home. And like I said, SEC games are hard, but away SEC games are even harder. So you go and you have your little fan section, all of our parents come out and support, but then you do something great and you hear a little golf claps compared to when the other team does something great, and it's just like a roar of the crowd. And Coach always says like the silence is deafening when you go and you do something good. Like if you hit a grand slam, you just hear crickets.
Yeah.
And you have to try to learn to love that silence. But I think being able to come home and really play a top 10 team is something that's going to be good for us because the atmosphere is going to be on our side, and I feel like we're comfortable at home. And even though we are comfortable at home, we need to learn how to be comfortable away. So I think we just need to get our feet rolling and get going for this weekend. That way we can prepare for the rest of the season.
Tori Vidales and Erica Russell with us here on Studio 12. And Tori, as you look at the remaining conference schedule, you've got number 4 Alabama this weekend, number 18 Missouri on the road the next weekend, followed by number 1 Florida here, number 3 Auburn on the road to close it. You know that this is how the SEC is. I mean, it is what it is. Does it, being in this league, is it even more important to not look ahead, focus, like you're focused totally on Friday night right now?
Absolutely. So Coach always stresses focusing on the game at hand. So even if it's a midweek, whenever we play Texas State and SFA and Sam Houston, so all those midweeks are very important to us, just being able to focus on that game and being able to obviously prepare us for the future, but being able to do what we can for that game. And so that's a mentality that we want to take into each SEC game and non-conference games, just being able to really tune into that game, zone in, and being able to do what you need to do to win that game. And then look ahead to the next week and make sure you're prepared and know what you're doing. But I think being able to just shake off a win or a loss, each day brings something new. Each pitch brings something new. So I feel like being in the game and being prepared, but also staying within yourself and within each pitch is a really important thing for us.
And last year the team was so young, still is this year because the freshmen have become sophomores, and you still have a lot of freshmen on the team. But do you guys feel you're becoming more mature by the day? You handle the highs and lows equally well, and nothing really gets to the team, even though you play one of the toughest schedules in the entire country?
I think right now we're at a point where we kind of let the game get to us a little bit. I think that's what happened in the Tennessee series was we didn't really bounce back as well as we have before. And I think early in the season we kind of showed that resilience whenever we came back and fought against New Mexico. And, that was just something we kind of lacked going into the Tennessee series was that fight early. So we want to be able to not have to fight from behind and really keep it within like a 2-run game the whole series. And we kind of let that get away from us. And I feel like being able to bounce back quick is something we didn't do this weekend.
Bounce back quick and early. When they score in one inning, you got to score right back just to show that, hey, we can do it too.
Yeah, you got to try to win every inning. So, and I think that's just something we didn't do. So I think we're starting to let it get to us, which we need to stray away from really quickly. That way we're able to bounce back quick and be able to win games that are close and even come back and show people that we're not out of it no matter what the score is. And I think we did a good job of doing that this weekend. We just should have came back a little bit earlier and actually
a little bit sooner would have been a lot better.
a little bit sooner and taking a game there.
It's all part of the learning process, isn't
Absolutely.
it?
Exactly. Eric, I wanted to ask you, too, about the chemistry of this team. It has been tremendous all season long. This is a very close-knit group. Even in these tough times when you're losing games on the road, that kind of stuff. Just talk about how tight and how close-knit this group is and how much that's going to pay off for you guys down the road.
Well, the chemistry on this team is really unreal because it doesn't matter who you hang out with or what person you see, you're always going to be comfortable around them. And that off the field, it's insane. And then on the field, it's insane. It's just, that someone's going to be there for you regardless of what happens. If you strike out, someone's going to have your back. Maybe it's not the same person as it was last inning, but that person's going to have you. And regardless of how you feel, if you're feeling not your best, someone's going to make you feel a lot better. I know for myself, it's always a great day seeing my teammates in the locker room and just being like, yo, what's up? Hey, how's it going? Just getting loud and rowdy with them. And it's just comfortable and just awesome feeling like you have 19 friends on your team and knowing that regardless of what happens, they're going to be there for you. And if you have it off the field, you're definitely going to have it on the field. And it's just a matter of us using that special chemistry that we have and portraying it when we play.
You're talking about this off-the-field chemistry, Will. We've got a studio audience now.
Yes, we do.
It's starting to grow. Bree Dozier in the house. Evan's always
breakfast
here.
Lean Pockets.
All hell Bree.
Yeah.
Burrito. I saw her yesterday at a local grocery establishment, and there were no lean pockets in the box or in the basket. So, I'm defending her right
here. I thought that was
here.
a chance to get this
I think
show
there's still some left in the freezer.
See, I think the chemistry of this team is on display on this show because I picture in reality behind the scenes, Tori is always saying, to one of the players each week, hey, I got to go deal with these two idiots. It's easier if we do it together.
Yeah.
And I don't have to
Please
go alone.
save me
So,
from this torture.
Please, I have
and
got
now,
your
lo and
back.
behold, she brings two teammates in today, one to talk on air and one to observe to make sure everything's up
Well,
to
and she
par.
got
I like
Ashley.
to keep everyone in the loop, you know?
That's
She got
right.
Ashley must
That's
feel
right.
really bad for her because she has gotten Ashley on here twice.
Yeah.
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 Oh, man.
You know, Ashley's got my back, you know?
That's right. That's right.
She does.
Alabama series begins Friday night, 6:30 at the Aggie Softball Complex. It's a 3-game set scheduled for Saturday and Sunday. This series and then the Florida series, I believe, is it for home games
Yes.
in the regular season here in 2016. So I hope to have everybody out there to root on the Aggies. Again, 6:30 Friday night, 12band.com has your full schedule. You'll be able to listen to all the games on our sister station 1550 KWBC and watch this weekend at least every game on SEC Network Plus. And then next, the Florida series, I think one of them is on TV. I get confused.
Me
I
too.
get confused.
I think
Same.
Missouri's on
The Missouri games are on as well.
SEC
Yeah.
Network because we play on a Monday.
We play on a Monday.
We
So,
play
yeah, that's
Saturday,
right.
Sunday, Monday.
We'll be
They'll
on that
move those
TV.
series back for national television. They'll do
Got
it.
that
They'll do
Monday.
It. Yep.
Got that Monday night in Columbia.
Oh,
Not a
and
whole lot
they
of
picked
things
up
more
an
fun
Auburn
than
game
that.
as well. They picked up an Auburn game as well.
Yeah. So now, how cool is that? Just real quick before we let you go, I'm sure you guys have family around the country, or maybe not here. How fun is that they're able to watch you play?
It's-
almost literally every pitch you play.
It's awesome. I get text messages after my game from distant cousins, and they're just like, "Hey, I saw you on TV," and then friends are just like sending me pictures of me standing on the field or doing something like dumb, like dancing in the dugout, and they're just like,
Which
"Hey, I
is
saw
like
you do."
every take she's on camera.
I mean, you just gotta
Yeah.
do what
Somebody's
you
got
gotta
to
do.
keep it fun in there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. She always does. But, yeah, I think it's cool. Like, people
awesome.
can watch you from all over, so you never know who could be watching. And I feel like the best texts are the ones you get from people in your hometown. They're like, oh, my gosh, like, I can't believe I just saw you on TV. Like, I just watched you 2 years ago playing here at our field in LaPorte, and now you're on SEC Network or whatever it may be. And I just think that's so cool. And when they tell you that they're proud that you, like, come from their city and, like, stuff
Yeah.
like that, it's cool. It's cool.
It's really awesome.
That's
Those
fun.
proud LaPortians.
Portions.
You gonna let Erica keep her high school mascot,
The Vikings.
Brian
Go
Vikings?
No,
Go Vikes.
absolutely not.
Technically, we should be the Vikings, right?
You're near the coast.
LaPorte?
Yeah, we're near the coast.
No, but the Vikings more of a northern sea,
Oh,
not
gosh.
a Gulf of Mexico. They don't
All
get
right.
down there. Pirates do.
The LaPorte
Trade.
Pirates.
Trade. Everybody has bulldogs, so
That's
trade with
right.
them.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're the OG Bulldogs. All right. Take it down a notch.
Oh.
Well, guys, best of luck this weekend. Alabama. Hope to see a bunch of fans out there to root on the Aggies.
Sure hope so. Thank
too.
you.